Hey there, and welcome to AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. We're talking Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Part 3, episodes 5 through 8. We got Mother Christmas, oh my goodness. We got the Ice Queen, and that poor Fuhrer's son. So much more. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV super fan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
So it's actually Madam Christmas. Sorry, not Mother Christmas.
Either word.
It was that much of like,
I'll
whoa,
take
that
it.
thing.
Mother, madam, whatever.
Right,
Merry,
close enough.
Merry Christmas.
We're talking Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Part 3. So if you're on Netflix, they break it down 1 through 5. So people are like, wait, episode 26? I'm like, no. Episodes 5 through 8 on that. My name is Kari Lane, and I'm joined by my awesome co-host.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jaimi Gray.
And then we have 2 other panelists who were unable to make it today, but they'll be back next time, and they miss you all. And we also got our man in the booth.
Hello, I am the man in the booth.
I was waiting for it.
I was like,
A little slow to the draw here.
That's your
it's
intro.
okay. So we're going to break down the episode, and at the end we'll give you some anime news about stuff that's happening. All right. Oh, also, if you are watching this live, welcome. We have a live chat going on YouTube. If you're watching it later, no problem at all. Please comment down below your thoughts on these episodes, and no spoilers.
Yes.
We're new to this, which I'm loving, though, because this is all new stuff that I'm like, I don't know, I knew this, and I love it. I'm so excited.
I'm a virgin.
So, episode 5, let's get into that. The 520 Sen's Promise. And I was like, 520? Or did you say the 520? I said 520 when I was
I said
reading
522,
it.
but I was like, what are they talking about?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Picks right up where we left off, which is great. This is another one where the previously blends right in, which is great because then on Netflix is nice because it doesn't skip it. Because then you go, oh, we're in it.
Yeah, it's like, bam.
Yes. Envy walks in, and he's kind of surprised by something. And we learn later it's because one of the Chimera dogs are missing.
Yep. Where'd you guys go?
But I was like, what is he surprised by?
Yeah, you'd think just like he'd be used to everything that's going on. It's anime. Like, you're just used to everything happening left, right, here, there. But even just the scene, I was like, vengeance. Like, they're just intense these days. They're not holding anything back, so...
No. That poor little other dog, though, looks so sad and pitiful. It's all curled up, and it's like, and I'm like, I know you're just like an artificial thing, but I'm so sad for you. Ed is leaving Hawkeye. They talk about the Ishvalan War and everything, and he makes a great comment where he's like, so you being the Fear's assistant, are you like a hostage?
Basically.
And then she's like, well, if you look at it positively, I could kill him at any time
I love
as well.
that scene. She's so badass. She's so badass, but I was like, oh, she's kind of scary.
Yes.
Hold on.
It was fantastic.
I love her, though. That's what I love about her. She doesn't care.
I know Ollie would be like praising that moment, too.
Yes. All hail.
Ed thanks her for the Ishvalan info and then catches Al up, which is great, too, because then I've said it before, but I always like it when characters are all on the same page because it's frustrating to us as a viewer going, you don't know.
Right.
So it's great that
there's some characters like that, but I'm like, in due time.
Yeah, exactly.
I have so many questions.
Then Ed and Al have a body chat again, which they've allowed that. Get their body back.
Body shaming.
Ed?
Body image.
Yeah.
Body image issues.
But Ed, why? He's like any other person out there with automail. It is not that much of a disadvantage. It's only advantage, really, because he's been in so many fights. I'm just waiting for him to get a normal flesh arm and put it up as a shield and get it
squishy.
like sliced.
Right. Something squishy. That's the only advantage he has, though.
Yeah. But then they talk about and then notice how May and Scar have the alchemy, and they're going to go check that out. Oh, then there's this great moment where we have, it overlays and they blend in together, so we'll talk about it that way. Hawkeye and Mustang are kind of saying their goodbyes. And
so
don't
precious.
go dying.
Yeah, she's like, don't die on me now. But I loved how, I don't know if we were even at that scene, but where he's like playing chess.
Yeah, we're combining that.
Okay, yeah, it's just so precious. Like, you could just tell he's really starting to care for her. And I think they're actually just showing that subtly because he literally lost his queen. I thought that was so cute. Yeah. Because
it's sweet how they're talking to each other in code, essentially, and not like, we know you guys like each other to say it.
It's kind of cuter. I'm like, I ship this relationship. If you guys ship this relationship, let us know in the comments.
And then we do have some people in the live chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know your thoughts. And again, no spoilers. Please don't get ahead.
Right.
So we get the kind of sad goodbye of all the rest of the team going to other places. Yeah. And then that's the great chess metaphor. So we have Fallman, who's the bishop, Fury, who's the pawn, John Havoc, who's the knight, Heyman's, I wrote that, Braid. I wrote that wrong. Sorry. He's the Rook. And then Queen is Hawkeye. So when they're all saying goodbye. And secret message inside the chess piece.
Yes.
That was super cool.
Yes, it was. I wasn't expecting that either.
Nope, not
You
at
know,
all.
Full Metal, you always get to me. Always give me surprises.
And then Mustang and Ed having that comedic and they care for each other conversation of money borrowing. And he's like, well, I'll give you your money back when you're Fuhrer. And he's like, okay. And then I'll borrow it more. And she's like, oh, you too. You boys just need to say you care about each other.
Right.
It's okay.
Just let it out.
Express your feelings.
Yeah, express yourself.
We learned, though, that secret code is to get a hold of Madam Christmas to pass on the secret message to Grumman. That reveal later? Oh, my gosh. How much did you like? Did you know? Could you tell?
What, with the disguise?
Yeah.
So at first I was like, because everyone's like looking at, Mrs. Grumman, like, who is this lady? And I was a little suspicious, but I didn't get it at first. But then it was the voice, and I was like, this is unbelievable. But Mustang's reaction, I was cracking up. I was busting out laughing. It was hilarious.
Oh, same. Yeah, I knew when we first see the old woman with May, I was like, that's a man's
They had
voice.
me for a second. Yeah.
But that's not totally uncommon
Especially
in anime.
Exactly.
You're like, it just is
animation, any type. That's why it got me, like, it threw me for a loop for a second, because I was like, oh, okay, just a grandma with the man voice. They do this all the time. Then I was like, I had a Mustang moment.
Yeah, the sex of the voice actor does not indicate the sex of the
funny.
character at
It was just
all.
so funny.
Yeah. Lon Fawn so it's her grandfather, because I was reminded. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot it's her grandfather.
Oh my goodness.
How he didn't really know. He's like, oh, you lost your arm. Like, he's scolding her, but then
Yeah.
like, you lost your arm.
But still, it was just like, pow! I'm like,
Exactly.
what am I watching right now? What just happened? That was crazy.
And the cute brothers, the Elric brothers, want to help, but then they make a good point of like, well, we don't want to get your friend in danger. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, good point. But it's like, we could hook you
They're
up with
too
the best
good-hearted.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it looks like they're going undercover because they're wearing local clothing now. They're not wearing their traditional clothing.
About time, though. It's like, I know you guys are characters, but let's switch it up here.
Yes.
Something.
Well, it's like cartoon characters wearing the exact same outfit all
Same
the time.
hair.
That's the only thing
never
they own.
grows. Yeah.
Well, it's like in Doug, he opens up his closet and it's all the
all
same
the
outfit.
same. I like that too.
You're
It's like, okay.
We know.
It's realistically a cartoon.
And then, so they're going to go after their young master. Oh, Dr. Knox having a moment. So he has his flashbacks. He has some good ones and bad ones. So his son and wife show up.
Yeah.
How suspicious are you? Because
Thank you.
I had bells, whistles.
Yes.
No.
I was like, hold on. I was super suspicious because I was like, are they homunculus? Like, that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, who are they? Because we had never seen them before, right?
Never seen them before.
So I was definitely confused, and I wrote that down. I was like, are they or are they not? So let us know what you guys think in the comments. Don't spoil anything, but I don't know. I don't know if they're real, but yeah.
I was so suspicious because, like, you're showing up just now.
Where'd you come from? No call, nothing.
Yeah. And then they have that kind of weird exchange, like, you've lost weight, so have you. And it's like, okay. Which is not totally abnormal, but...
I was not suspicious of them.
Really?
Oh.
I watched it twice. I was like,
as soon as
at both times. Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this. Plus, one, they show up out of nowhere. Two, why do they show up together? Three, like, and also he's the doctor.
And now?
Like, yeah, out of nowhere.
Like, normally they would have wrote phone. They have phones. They have phones in this time period. They would have called ahead of time.
A letter, something.
Yeah, something to be like, hey, we're coming by. Actually, yeah, they would have phoned, be like, we're in the area. Are you even home, you know? No, it's just...
It was a surprise.
How did they know he was there?
It was a surprise.
I'm suspicious.
Call before you come, okay? Like, I just...
Well, luckily he was cool. It was okay.
Well, it's not over yet.
Oh, you're right.
Not over yet.
Yeah,
and he's like, I want to be a doctor. I still was.
Yeah, he was mad. He's like, why do you want to be a doctor? Like, it's just too suspicious. And why do you want to be a doctor now? You're kind of older.
Suspicious.
Like, you want to be a doctor now. Plus, I don't know if we're going to get to that scene, though, but where he's like... he's crying.
Oh, yeah, the doctor's, like, crying of...
I got sad.
I want
He's
happiness.
like,
then I'm like, no, it's not good. It's going to go...
Don't get your hopes up.
Totally...
He's like, God, if there is a God. This is why he's
enjoy
like,
this
pray.
happiness.
Yes. I was like, this is really sad.
Nope. I don't believe it.
Why do you feel like he's so sad? Do you feel like it's because he's always having to fix everybody and he has to deal with the stress with no one to there, like, to comfort him, maybe?
He doesn't get his moments of happiness ever, so that's kind of why he's become more bitter than he probably is.
No, I think it's because he's not deserving of happiness because of all the atrocities that he saw and committed in the Ishvalan genocide himself.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not
Well, he
enough
makes the
bodies,
point
so,
that he's working on live people right now, not bodies. So there's that too.
True.
Then we hop over. We get Kimberly is back, Major Kimberly. We get kind of a flashback that Ishval is now under military rule.
Yep.
He swallows the Philosopher's Stone and kills 5 officers in the room. Boom! I wouldn't trust him either.
Yeah.
They release him, and we find out it was Envy who picks him up. And he's like, okay. Now the other thing too, watching this scene it's very, very subtle in Japanese versus English, but there's a big difference. So Envy says, I want you to find Marco, don't kill him. We need him alive. Find Scar, you can kill him. And then in English, they specify there is a particular town. Now, in the subtitles, it just says, destroy a town, which felt very random and vague because the homunculi are so specific. They're not doing things at random. Yeah. So I do like that in English. They're like, oh, well, there's this particular town or something like that. It's specified it's going to be a specific place, but that was a weird, interesting translation thing.
Even just segueing into that scene with Kimball getting out of jail, which does even people in the comments, well, why was he in jail again?
Because he killed the 5 officers.
Oh, okay.
So he did a great job. He did what they wanted him to at the Ishval War, but he killed those 5 officers in the room. And then that's the other thing, too. The other officers, when they're letting him out, they're like, you should have been put to death and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Envy and probably its Wrath, the Fuhrer up the chain, are like, yes, we need him out.
Yeah, because I was like, I know who he is. And I was like, is he Greed? Like, who is this guy?
How much do we love his zoot suit, pimp suit, whatever you want to call it?
I was like, who is this pimp?
Oh,
P-I-M-P.
And he's like, whew, hat.
And he's okay, that scene with, when he was like, I have a gift for you. And he had like the watch.
The bomb.
He had me fooled too, because I was like, oh my God, he's about to get blown up. And then it was like the toy ducky. And I was like, I thought even when he left that it was going to still blow up behind him.
Me too.
I never know what to expect with Fullmetal Alchemist, so they got me again.
I love that suit, but his antenna bangs are so.
I'm like, what era is
so
he
weird.
in? Like, it's like he had like a time capsule and he just came to that time.
So it's so funny. I don't know why it's hilarious, but it is me. We got Marco is alive, which.
Wait, actually, real quick, I just thought of it. I mean, who knows how long the Ishvalan War was or genocide was a long time ago. So it's possible he's been locked up ever since, and that's why he's like a man out of time in a sense.
Most 5-10 years, because Scar looks about the same age.
Yeah, and that's why like his style is like different
dated.
than what's going on right now.
Also,
I guess.
he could be from a different area altogether, and that maybe not even time. He's just from a different region.
Yeah.
Or he just likes to be extra, as they say.
He is a little extra.
I was looking at the chat here.
Yeah.
It looks like Hail Crimson King says Kimberly the Man in White. He's one of the best characters in regard to how cunning and evil he is. So I'm excited. I'd even like tried to start watching ahead just to kind of see where it goes. So don't spoil it, but I'm excited. Yeah. Keep the comments coming, guys.
He's a very intriguing character.
Yeah.
Because he's like a villain that's not chaos.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's more conniving.
Kind of like how Fuhrer was. It's like he's just so silent where you're like, what is he up to?
Exactly.
That's how I feel with this one.
So Scar kept Marco alive because he wants info on his brother's notes and Kimberly, and then messes up Marco's face.
Oh my goodness! Who else was shocked with this? Like, because these 4 episodes, everything just comes out of nowhere. But when he just does, he's like, I was not expecting that. But the reason he did it, it makes sense. But I'm like, no warning. Would I still have wanted it if I got a warning? It's just.
And then he's like, May, just fix him, clean him up.
Yeah, make it quick. I'm like, May, hurry up then. Like, yeah. Give me a new face.
We jump to episode 6, which is the Fuhrer's son.
Ooh.
So May, the train station. That's the old lady. That's when we meet her. And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. So they're going north. Ed and Al are looking for her. Yes. Kimberly's leading charge after Scar, which is actually one of those, like, even if they think Kimberly's a criminal, nobody likes Scar in the military, so I guess they're okay with him being in charge.
I was so confused with that too.
The old lady walks by and Kimberly notices.
Yeah.
But Kimberly's like, well, none of my business.
Right. He's like, whatever. But I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
So then we kind of talked about it a little bit. So the old lady Mustang with Grumman in disguise. And I like how Mustang's kind of like, well, you are eccentric.
Yes. He was like, eccentric?
Yeah. So he gets got up on everything. Raven mentions the immortality, like the core of doing that, but turns him down, and he gets demoted to East City. So, So that's what happens. At least he wasn't killed. Then there's pretty much chaos in Leor, which we kind of knew about because the Central Forces took over. But yay, with this new thing going on, this old man is fired up and ready to help.
Yep.
So good. They need all the help they can get.
Yes. Need another ally.
Ed and Al researching at the Central Library. Armstrong popping up over the
with the bookshelf
rows, the stacks is
and just
so
separates
funny.
it.
And he's like, oh well,
Love
okay,
my anime.
go to the northern wall of Briggs next to Drachma, and he's like, you got to go there.
Yeah.
And then we also get Scar at the same time. This is what happens. Scar's cornered and disappears on the train, and he's going west as kind of a ruse. Did you capture Scar was trying to mislead them all?
Yeah, especially so when he jumps onto the train, right? Yeah, it was so many different things happening at once. But I'm like, even with Dr. Marco, how did he not scream with them jumping down? I wouldn't have been able to hide
Marco
that.
at that time.
Wait, who was it? So now
that's I have his name later. Yuki.
Yuki? Oh.
Because Marco's with May at this point.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, they tricked me. They got me.
It's one of those, that's not him. I don't think you actually really see you kind of, but not really. So it's one of those, but that's the whole point. You're supposed to
because I feel like they were on the train twice. You see two different types of train scenes.
Well, May takes the train, and then that's where Marco is.
Yeah.
And then Scar has the other gentleman. Al, so this one, Al meets Salim, the fierce son, and Ed too, and he's so like,
his eyes, they're all sparkly.
Yes, and they're like, shh, it's a library.
Right.
And then when they go over to the home and meet the mom,
you're
just sitting there going, this is going to get awkward really fast.
Yeah, I can feel it any minute now. I can sense his energy.
And Bradley comes home, and then it got really awkward.
Ooh. His face, just the whole animation, he looks so dark. He's very scary.
He was just like, what are you doing in my home?
Yeah. It's like, geez, he seems so nice every other time.
He points out that the son is not his relative, which was one of those okay,
yeah,
thanks.
Did he mention that before, though, that he wasn't his actual son?
Not to Ed and Al.
Okay.
But he mentioned it, or we heard about it somewhere else, or I'm blanking right now.
Yeah.
But the point is that he purposefully says that to the boys, the brothers, to be like, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
She's like, ugh. So then Ed and Al go in the route. So then they leave, though. They're able to get out of there.
Though. Yeah. So there was a scene where I'm just gonna call him Wrath for now, guys.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Wrath was talking to him, and he was saying how his wife, or the wife was saying how she couldn't conceive. She couldn't have children. So I'm wondering, is it because of Wrath being a homunculus that she couldn't have children? Which I don't know, or is it just because she had fertility issues?
Unclear. I don't think they specified, but they said that's a child of a relative.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, they adopted him from who, though? So it's just all these questions. If it's not a spoiler, let us know in the comments. But I'm excited. That I was just definitely wondering that.
Yeah. How much did you love Ed's snow jacket?
That was so cute.
The red jacket's back with Fluffy. It's so cute. That was episode 6. Not a lot actually really happened. Yeah. So then we get episode 7, the northern wall of Briggs. Then we get kind of the recap, which blends into Kimberly analyzing the train route, and they go, oh, well, there's a logging road closed due to rock slides. And then Kimberly takes over, and that's when they match the train speeds. How cool was that?
That was epic. That was so epic.
Yeah, just hold that. He just hops over, and that's when we get the reveal that Yoki. I think it's Yoki. Sorry. I was thinking in my head Yuki, but I wrote down Yoki. Then they recognize each other, though, Scar and Kimberly, and how Kimberly then taunts Scar.
Yeah.
Oh, but then he gets impaled. Were you surprised? I was so surprised.
I was definitely shocked, but the whole fight scene, I loved it. It was
so cool.
It was so epic. I loved it. From the train, from him blowing up the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then he kind of runs away, and he kind of has a great little speech, though, like, oh, bye, I'm leaving, and, I'm going to live. I didn't think he'd be dead, but it was a little bit like, oh, that's a serious injury.
Yeah.
And then we got kind of a cute, funny moment, though, where Ed and Al see snow for the first time.
Yeah, that was cute.
Fuller snow, because they had seen snow in their hometown, but not like this.
Not
and
like
he
snow.
Yeah, this was cute. We get just kind of a quick moment where Marco and May, and he's kind of like, I'm okay with my face. I deserve it. So kind of, Tony, what you're saying with the other doctor of being okay with his crimes, Marco's like, I don't mind being disfigured.
That's a hard guilt trip. That's forever. Some concealer.
We only have like a blink of Winry when she calls to check in on them. But
I missed her.
it.
We miss you.
Ed and Al, okay, so it is cold.
Yeah.
And, okay, stay on the path. And they're like, okay. That fight with the Captain Buccaneer, that was a fun and exciting one, too.
It was, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, their alchemy is not working right because
I was confused at
stuff's
first.
not working. Yeah.
But is it because, I don't know if they mentioned this in the next episode, so stop me if they do, but is it because they said it couldn't bend? Like, they need all that bends?
The metal for their, what is it? I'm like, my brain's.
For their,
the body part that's fake.
Okay.
What's it called?
Automail.
Thank you.
Automail.
The
Thanks, Tony.
automail in up north is made up of multiple elements rather than just iron. Thus, in trying to control iron, there's like a bunch of other things. I didn't write them all down, but it was like multiple elements.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if you guys can hear me well enough. And so Ed's automail is like a little crude, and so it starts to freeze over, like right by where his skin connects. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When he meets the doctor.
Also just with the chat, so Fly Flip 87, hey, he says, well, they say that in the homunculi, they can't have children, just in general. So that makes sense. So thank you for clarifying. And it says, Derek says they mentioned it earlier in the series, but that the homunculi don't have reproductive systems. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
So the question then is, for that poor wife, is she like going,
how does she not? This is your husband. You guys are supposed to be one. How do you not notice anything? Like, I just feel so bad for them.
I just felt they don't get intimate time.
Yeah, he got there and he's like, all right, deuces, I'm leaving.
General Armstrong gave them the letter to help, which didn't matter, but they
like, why'd you give it?
Olivier Mira, his older sister.
I love her.
So cool.
Are those lip fillers? I'm just like, she has these fullest lips. Those are fillers in contact. I'm convinced.
I love how beautiful and frightening she is all at the same time.
That's what we love.
And that perfect hair too.
Yeah.
Just waving in the snow.
She's everything. Let us know if you guys like her in the comments. That's my girl. I love her.
She's such a strong boss.
It's one of those. She's sexy and scary at the same time. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be scared.
There's
or
no in between. There's, it's just in your face.
Post-credit scene. I don't know if you all had seen that, but we get the notebook found, and Marco says, "Is this hope or despair?" Dun dun dun.
Probably despair.
And then episode 8. Now we're on to appropriately named Ice Queen, which is who we just met. And then, as Tony was saying, Ed gets exposure, which they call chilblains, and it's the skin next to the automail is nearly gone frostbite, and they need to switch up the lubricant more because otherwise he won't be able to move around. And they have special automail up there, which is one of those like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. And then they're just like, you need to get your person up here to
that was nice
give you a new replacement. Okay.
Yeah.
It just seemed
like they're like betraying Winry in a sense.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Winry, you're not they're like, didn't you tell them?
We thought she was the best.
Yeah. So like, oh, okay, maybe not. Then they talk with where'd it go? Oh yes, they talk with the general. General demands to kind of know everything, and scares them with kicking them out, like one of those like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna kick you out. I was a little worried for a second too. Like, oh no. But then she turns around like, well, I want to know about alchemy too.
That's why she's literally a boss. She's like, so you're gonna tell me what I want, and we're gonna go from there.
And she kind of seemed. What are your thoughts, anybody? She seemed a little upset when they're like, well, Armstrong's as muscly as ever, or something like that. She seemed upset.
Yeah, and I don't know why she would be upset. Like, okay, sure, he's the big muscly one. She's the big tough one, but they were also calling her, they're like, yes, sir. And I was like, maybe she wants that to feel like more like a boss? I don't know. Or I don't know if it's different in Japanese, or maybe you guys know as well. Just even with these comments, a lot of you guys like Major Armstrong, well, Major General Armstrong.
Yes.
And let's see here. So Derek has a question. Who would win in a fight, Lust or Olivier Armstrong? I think,
it'd be a good fight.
That's a great question. It would definitely be a good fight.
I need to see Olivier fight more.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen her fighting style enough.
Yeah. Or even, what about Hawkeye? Her and Hawkeye, because they're both, like, badass.
That's true.
You know? Or
I feel they'd be smart people and they'd talk it out and then they wouldn't have the fight.
And paint their nails.
Yeah.
Something.
Somebody had that like Wonder Woman versus so-and-so, and it's like, no, they would talk and not have the fight in the first place. And I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
But our boys do not tell her everything.
As they should.
Which she later is like, I feel they didn't tell us everything.
Discretion is key.
Yes. And then, yeah, you pretty much have to do anything up north to protect the north from this other country that's the neighbor, which is interesting because they keep referencing it, and I feel we're going to see more of this other country.
For sure. I definitely think so.
Then, good point. You work or you don't eat, which the boys are like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Fair ultimatum.
And we meet Miles, who is part Ishvalan.
Yeah.
Woo. We got a mixed race character.
I know. He's biracial.
Yay!
No, okay. So I really liked what he was, as he described himself, because yes, he's biracial, but he was just saying that his grandfather's genes were so strong, that's why his eyes are red.
Yeah.
So, it's like if someone spots him, they might think he's fully Ishvalan, but in reality, he grew up in a completely different area, right?
Yeah. He's like, and I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not part
He
of my
can't
history.
explain himself, though, because his eyes are red. I don't think they'd listen,
Well, that's like real life, what
Sucks
people,
for
like
you.
what you appear.
Yeah.
But that was a really interesting, and we've talked about it on the show before, and people are just like, oh, pointing out race. But this scene is specifically about race because he points out.
If you didn't know.
And then, because it applies to real world so much. Because Miles says, like, well, your people did this to me.
Yes.
Which happens today. Still, people do that.
Ed clapped
But then
back.
Ed, he claps back so well.
Yeah.
And then Miles is like, all right, I'm just glad you
Touche.
said something back. But then Ed makes a point, which I feel is maybe a hair, like, too optimistic. I'm like, well, that would be great. He says, besides, people should get beyond race and talk to each other as equals. Ed, I think your head's in the right place. I don't know if human beings are going to get there that quickly.
Paper.
Yeah.
Cartoons are smart, man.
Exactly. All right, so then we get over to the general. Oh, they kind of talk to Miles. Sorry, that's what it is. Miles about, like, are you okay with the military? But it finds out that the general is happy to have him there because wants different points of view and from different backgrounds.
Yeah, it starts with leadership.
So smart.
Hello.
But Miles said he was angry at the military at first, but has no time for discrimination. So that's a good point. Or up there they say that, and it's survival of the fittest out there, which I fully agree. That area, I don't want to live in the snow.
Nope.
I'll visit. I don't want to live there.
Literally, Ed is me when I'm in the snow. Like for those of I'm from the East Coast, so being in the West Coast, this is the weather for me. But I'm the same way. I'm like, get me out of here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they point out without powers you die, and with powers you survive. So that's interesting too. They bump into Fallman, who's up there. But it's because he got bumped from Northern Command, and they kind of make a joke, the second lieutenant, because they're like, you're off your career track?
Yeah.
Which was kind of a weird
That's
joke.
shady,
but,
though.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Kids.
We only get him for a quick moment, but Bobby was an interesting character that gets introduced, and I feel is going to come back later.
Yeah.
He's just like, excuse me, I'm working.
I
And we meet Sloth.
Yes.
We have not seen yet.
Yes.
Not really. We had seen, like, a memory thing, but not really him.
Yeah.
Digging and digs in, which was really interesting because we had seen him like digging. We're like, what is he doing? And Sloth is just huge, but then comedically falls asleep.
Yeah, I'm like, just even his voice, which I need to find out the voice actor for that character. But yeah, just the whole character itself. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to fit into all this, but we will see.
Yeah.
And yeah, just even all of them. I know we have, who is it? Envy, and we have Pride. We have Greedling, right? And then Sloth. So we got the 4. Yeah.
And then, but he doesn't know who the Elric brothers are, which is like no communication, which I wonder how they would communicate to him, and he's on his own course,
kind of came out of nowhere,
so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Seems like he's kind of bulletproof, which is interesting.
Yeah.
He's like, because the other homunculi had been shot before, but he seems solid.
Yeah.
But Armstrong shoots Sloth with a rocket and no damage. And they're like, it's a spy. They seem very obsessed with spies.
Yeah, they do.
How many spies have come into your area that
I
you
can't
go,
even keep
it's
up.
a spy.
Yeah.
It's a spy. You're like, okay.
Oh, look who we got here. We got a special guest in the chat. It's Alexis. Hey. We miss you.
And, but they were like, well, we got to figure out something to shut down its functions. So they are going to show you the Briggs Way.
I was like, what is this Briggs Way we speak of?
I don't know. We're going to find out. Any other thoughts on the episodes?
I feel like we should get
any
some,
other comments?
Yeah, I want to look at some of the chat. So just to
Yes.
not leave you guys hanging, let's see here. Ooh. All right, you know what? We'll start with, we got Alexa. She says that General Major Armstrong is her blonde queen, not Ice Queen. I love it. I dig it.
Yep.
And then Sloth, Derek Hogan says Sloth is voiced by Patrick Seitz or Seitz.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Chat room.
And yeah, so guys, we really love these comments. I know one person commented that we literally hit on everything in the episodes, and that is our goal. So make sure you guys keep coming back and leave comments, because we also have prizes for you too. So, yeah.
And if you can't watch it live, totally cool. Leave comments down below, because we still check those out as well. All right, I think that wraps up the episodes. Let's get into some anime news.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so Viz Media says the company is expanding its shoujo manga collection catalog with the acquisition of Kakurio Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. The supernatural romantic comedy will launch this fall in print and digital editions under Viz Media's Shoujo Beat imprint. This picture is actually for Excel World, which is have you watched any of Excel World?
No, I have not.
I've watched some of the series, and I really liked it. But Viz announced...
I actually dabbled in the first couple episodes, and I found it to be really great. I just forgot why I fell off.
Yeah,
I like a new show, so I'll try it.
I think I watched like the first bit, and I couldn't remember if I finished, but I remember I liked it too. Announced home media rights for Excel World Infinite Burst movie. So that's an image for the movie. The film is a sequel to the 2012 Excel World animated series, which are based on the light novels of the same name, and it will be released in the fall on Blu-ray and DVD with special extras, including 2 OVAs, Reverberation and Vacation. All right, and then also One Punch fans. I know that One Punch Man fans are out there. Viz proudly announces that it has secured master license for the 2nd season of the smash hit anime action series.
Oh,
finally!
My God!
Who else is waiting like forever?
I did not expect this show to get a 2nd season, and I'm ecstatic about it. Yeah, I am so I mean, I thought it was just gonna be a one-off season. I'm so happy it's coming back.
Well, this one covers the master license covers digital streaming, TV broadcast, EST, home media, and merchandising rights for the property for the territories of North America, Latin America, and Oceania.
I'm so happy.
Additional details of Season 2 will be announced as it becomes available, so stay tuned. Gummy Inc. announced the new game, Guilty Gear X... I'm like XRD Rev 2. I'm not exactly sure how I say that. Popular fighting game from Arc System Works is back for another round of heart-pounding action from May 16th, so just recently, through June 13th. Returning collaboration units, 8 Guilty Gear XRD Rev 2 fighters return for another bout. To find out more details on this event, follow Brave Frontier's social media channels. So these are some of the game stuff, which look pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
High Dive has announced today, or announced recently, it's required acquired streaming rights to Land of Lustrous. For the fall 2017 season. It's a breakout hit. Now this one, the visuals look super cool. So if you're a High Dive member, you'll be able to stream the series every Sunday starting on June 17th. Catch up on the series that has left everyone speechless for its refined and poignant storyline. So in the distant future, new life forms known as gems inhabit Earth. These immortal beings find themselves under attack by the Lunarians, who use the shattered bodies of the gems as decorations.
What?
So there's this image, where she's like broken it's like a trailer image, and I'm like, that looks so cool.
That sounds amazing.
That one's a great one too. So for this reason, each of the gems is assigned a purpose. However, one of the frailest of the group, and with no particular skill, Foss is assigned by Congo, Master of Gems, to create an encyclopedia of natural history. Mission to accomplish this task takes Foss on an unexpected journey. There we go. That image looks trippy.
Yeah, I definitely want to start looking into that. That sounds amazing.
And for our last bit of news, Aniplex. Attendees at the Bang Zoom Entertainment panel recently at a con were thrilled as Aniplex of America announced their plans to produce the English dub of the 2nd season of the heartfelt TV series March Comes In Like a Lion at the Anime Central in Rosemont, Illinois. The announcement also revealed that the open auditions hosted by both companies at Anime Central would be for the beloved heartwarming series' 2nd season.
Which is super cool that they got to do that.
Oh, those are so fun. Awesome. They do it at Anime Expo.
I was like, I hope they do it out here.
March Comes In Like a Lion is a heartfelt tale about various people recovering that something that they've lost as they discover that life is both a journey and a battlefield. I realized we kind of skipped past. That's it on news. I realized we skipped past. Do you have any specific predictions for our FMA?
For FMAB, you know what?
We'll do some quick ones and then get our word of the day.
Oh, I was like, is that a snore? No, you know what? I was like, are they falling asleep on me?
I feel we're gonna get something from the Drachma the country next door. I
Yeah,
feel there's
for
going to be
sure.
something with that. But I feel we're suspicious of them and we shouldn't be, maybe.
Yeah.
I think somehow they're going to figure, maybe Sloth will not be taken down easily.
No.
And they're going to have to catch up General Armstrong.
It's going to be some intricate, weird, crazy way to like bring him down that no one could ever guess, I feel like.
Oh, and maybe Winry will come up and join them so they get the proper automail.
Yeah, exactly. I could see that. Yeah.
Do you have any other specific thoughts on
you
what
know
might
what?
come up next?
These 4 episodes were so mind-boggling. They took me out of nowhere. So like I think I've learned no expectations. But I'm really, really excited. I want to know if I forget his name, but the doctor whose kids, the wife and the son came. Knox. There we go, Dr. Knox. I want to know, like, are those really his kids and what's happening with him? Because that scene ended off a little bit eerie, even though he was crying. I'm questionable.
I think you guys are looking into it a little too much.
We could be, but this show
did you get
makes
past
you
episode
I've seen the whole series, both series and like all.
Did you spoil it for us? No way.
I'm
Well,
just
it's fine
saying.
if they're okay.
God.
Well, this show just makes you go, I don't trust anybody.
exactly.
Of it. No.
And you really shouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Also-
a life lesson.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention, I did have a little bit of news. I was on Netflix earlier today, and I realized that the live-action series of Mob Psycho 100, I believe it's called. It was a popular anime series that was released not too
I've
long
heard
ago.
of it, yeah.
And now it's the live-action series is on Netflix right now.
Ooh. You guys go check that out.
And they are like about 24 minutes, so just like the anime, and
Oh,
there's
cool.
about 13 episodes on that.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so I thought it was
Okay.
really cool that they're adapting an anime to live action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any other final comments there in the chat?
Let's see. Brian Brawler says One Punch manga is supposed to be great. I heard the same as well.
Cool.
Let's see here. Yeah, we talked about Mob Psycho. Let's see. My Hero Academia is a great show. Bryant was also asking about that. There's a lot of good shows out there,
There's
guys.
so many shows to
Tokyo
cover, guys.
Ghoul, Death Parade. Oh my goodness.
We're trying to get as many as we can.
Yeah.
Don't worry. And then if you guys weren't able to catch our episode last week, we do have a awesome little gift.
Check it
We're
out,
doing
check it
a giveaway. Please leave a comment down
Yes.
below. I'll let you talk about it, Jaimi. You
So
brought
you
it
guys, if you want to bling bling with some anime gear,
It's so cute.
This is a one-piece necklace, and you can't really see it, but it is a necklace with an ice cream cone, and there's each different character on a scoop, including Tony the Chopper. Which, I mean, if you guys want this, just leave us comments down below, and we'll figure out how to get this to you. But this is straight from Japan. It's authentic. It hasn't been broken into. It's clean. It's crisp, and it could be for you.
So leave a comment down below that says something about One Piece that you're interested in, so we know you are looking forward to trying to win that.
Yep.
All right, so our word of the day, since we had so much train stuff,
Yes.
and a moment that was super cute to me, and it's a word I actually really like too. Ed is like leaving the train station and hands his ticket to the person like really quick when he's running out to go to the snow. So the word is ticket, and it's kipu,
Kipu.
and it's Kippu.
Here's my kipu.
And I don't know why, but when I was learning it, I'm like, that word sounds
It just
so
sounds
cute.
so cute.
And I've always remembered it. I'm like, Kipu.
Name your pet Kipu.
Your ticket. Sure.
My golden Kipu.
Yeah. That'd
I'll
be
do
a cute
it.
name. That covers up our episode. So where can people find you? Oh, Tony, on your sign out, you read a manga recently. Why don't you give a little bit about that and where people find you?
Okay, for sure. Guys, my name is Anthony Becerra, and you can find me everywhere at Tony _. Again, it's Tony with the letter B, Tony _. And yeah, I was just trying to bring up a quick picture of it. I read a horror manga called Shiver by Junji Ito. And my God, I had a blast with this manga. It was fantastic. It was the right amount of creepiness. This is actually like the cover art. It's not the full thing,
gorgeous.
but
Yeah.
it encompasses all the stories
disgusting.
in one. I believe this is the Tomi from like her story. But my God, I gotta say, my favorite highlights of this manga were, I believe, the first one, which was the record.
Yeah.
The record store. The one about the record. And it's definitely worth the watch for anyone who loves horror, and especially anyone who loves manga as well. Definitely check it out, and also check out his other work. Junji Ito is regarded as the father of horror manga, and I've read his Uzumaki and now Shiver, and I'm making my way to I believe it's called Gyo, which is like the fish, the one about the fish, and he just has a certain way of drawing super creepy frames in the manga, and they just get under your skin, and I love it. I love that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. That's one we mentioned on this show. I'm pretty sure we posted that on our Twitter, so make sure to check out ABTV Anime. I'll double check because I think I posted some pictures of in that. Viz Media has that for sale, and beautiful hardcover. And the other thing about it in it that I love is each chapter, each story has the author's original notes and sketches, how he came to get the idea, and each story gets a explanation of how he came up with the ideas, which I'm like, oh, that's so cool, because I'm like, how did you think of this thing?
Just to get in his brain. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tony. I'm glad you liked that one.
Yeah, thank you for letting me borrow it. Yeah.
And then Jaimi, where can people find you online?
Ooh, all right, guys. So if you want to catch me on Twitter, it's Jaimi Gray, Jaimi, and Instagram for all the pictures. You can just find me at Jaimi Gray, Jaimi. Yeah.
And then again, check out the ABTV Anime on Twitter. We post our manga reviews on there as well if we don't get time for them in our show. And you can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining in the chat. Please leave your comments down below on these episodes, and we'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.